This is the theme for Spirit Halloween.
Hello everyone, this is Stranger Hans here, back with another video, and this is episode 3 of my Spirit Halloween Legacy Concept series. And so for today's episode, well, we've got quite the spicy pick because this is a very well-known, beloved, important prop to Spirit's history, and I think a lot of people know about this prop already, and that's why I'm just going to cut to the chase already. So in today's episode, I will be making a legacy remake of Spirit Halloween 2014's Barnyard Butcher animatronic, which was originally manufactured by New Ray Sun, which is unfortunately defunct at this point, but I heard they're back, or they've been back for quite some time, but under a different name. I think the new name of this company is Fuyu Zing or something, but they made props like Krampus, the Caretaker, I think, and a few others, but yeah, anyways, so for this video, I will be remaking Barnyard Butcher, which is, again, a very important prop. A lot of people love this prop. I mean, he's a staple of Classic Spirit. When people think Classic Spirit, they think about this one prop, because, I mean, why wouldn't they? He's so indicative of what Spirit Halloween used to be back then. He really represents just the whole vibe they used to have in the past. He's creepy, he's cool, he's iconic, there's so much personality to him, and he has some great animation as well, and some killer voice lines, no pun intended. Haha, anyways, yeah, but let's cut to the chase already, like I said, because I like to drag things on for way too long, but here is my legacy remake of the Spirit Halloween 2014 Barnyard Butcher. And yes, it looks very different, as you can tell. And again, this is the part where I might get flamed in the comments. I'm not too sure. Who knows? But yes, I know. Let's address the elephant in the room. He looks very different compared to the original. Like, very different. Like, his entire stance is different. His clothing looks different as well. There's more tears in it and stuff. It's a lot more stained. And his face looks slightly different as well. But again, just keep this in mind. I know I keep saying this. I said this in the last episode and the episode before that. But with this Legacy series, I will be changing a lot of things, but I still want to keep the core concepts behind these classic props. I don't want to completely take away from them, and to take away all these details which made them super iconic in the first place. So I'm still keeping the same character, and as you'll see later on, he does keep the same voice lines with a little twist. And yeah, anyways, his animation is very different. So the original just turned side to side, his mouth moved, and the severed head which he holds also had a moving mouth. But this time, it's very different. I know. Just bear with me for a second. So, for the new version, he has a turning head, so his head will turn side to side, and he'll still keep the moving mouth, right? So he'll talk to people, he'll recite the same voice lines that the original had, but later on in his activation, he'll lunge towards the viewer and stab at them. So pretty similar to the Ghostface animatronic that was released back in 2024. That same exact stabbing animation with an added lunge as well, so he kind of leans towards you. And I should mention this, I took inspiration from this Barnyard Butcher-esque prop that this company called Rotten Res made around last year, actually. It was featured in their Transworld booth, and it's pretty much my vision. It's like this Barnyard Butcher character, which, you know, lunges towards you and starts stabbing at you while holding a severed head. I think, from what I recall, this might be wrong, but I heard that they took inspiration from the actual Barnyard Butcher, and they were all like, why not turn this into a professional prop? And that's what they did. So yeah, I took a lot of inspiration from that design and put it onto this one. And, okay, I know this might be very controversial, but that's the whole point of the series. It's not meant to play things safe. It's meant to take risks and change things up. And I think, you know, risk can be pretty effective in some ways. In my personal opinion, I know I'm not trying to like toot my own horn here, but in my personal opinion, I think this is a risk done well, at least concept-wise. It's taking this character from Spirit's past that people grew up with, that people loved for many years, and it's giving him new life, just like the other Legacy concepts. It's enhancing him and just adding more onto his whole character design, and I think that's wonderful. It's making this character a lot more lively. It's adding so much more to this character's overall vibe, and I think that's perfect. And that's what I want to accomplish in this series. Again, with all that being said, I'm not trying to replace the old props. Not at all. I think they're wonderful. I love them. And that's why I made this series in the first place, to show my appreciation for these original props, these old props that were essential to my childhood throughout my time growing up with Spirit Halloween. And I just want to commemorate these characters in this whole legacy anniversary wave by, you know, bringing something new to the table with them, but still keeping what made them so effective in the past. But anyways, I bet you're wondering, who's going to manufacture this guy now, because his animation's completely different now. My thought is to have him be manufactured by Techie Design. And this might be possible. I'm not sure how they are when it comes to making Spirit original characters. If you know anything about that, please let me know. I don't know like how that corporate stuff works, but my idea is to have him be manufactured by Techie Design, because they'll do a great job with this jump scare. I know the ghost face from 2024, which I used as reference for this guy, was made by Party Time, but okay, I like Party Time, but I also have some problems with them, and so I kind of wanted to choose a company that's a bit more beloved, just so I'm not completely defiling this character's legacy. So yeah, he's going to be made by Techie Toys this time, or Techie Design, whatever. Tomato, tomato. But yeah, so he'll have the side-to-side head turning, moving mouth, and then he'll lunge at you, kind of like Darling Dolly, how she lunges at you. But in addition to that, he'll have a stabbing arm, just like the ghost face from 2024. And I think this is a really cool change for this character. It's a neat spin on a very beloved character from Spirit's past. I mean, again, I think this is great, and I think a lot of modern audiences would love it as well. And I hope, at least, okay, this is my big hope here, I still hope that, you know, the old fans will also like this change as well, and that they'll appreciate this new rendition of the character. But again, it might not be for everyone, which I'm keeping in mind here. I like discourse sometimes, and it's nice to hear other people's opinions, and I hope to hear your opinions on this as well. Like, do you think this is a good change? Do you think it's changing too much? Like, should I go back? Should we go back? Nah. But I love taking these old characters from Spirit's past and modernizing them and allowing them to have a staying power in the present day, because there's been so much change as of late, ever since 2014 and all these other classic years, and I want them to catch up, so that's why I'm making these changes in the first place. But anyways, let's go to the price already, because I haven't mentioned that. So the original retailed for $200. Now this version, the remake, will retail for $280, which is pretty expensive. It's the same price as the Caged Beast remake in the last video. But I think the price is justified, because he has the side-to-side head turning, the moving mouth, and then he lunges forwards and has the stabbing arm. Now, I didn't mention this, but the severed head won't have a moving mouth, unfortunately. I know, that kind of sucks. But it's not the main focus here. Now, this time, we're switching the focus to the jump scare on Barnyard Butcher. The original, like, one of the biggest focuses on the original prop was the severed head he was holding, but now it's more so his jump scare action, which is meant to scare and horrify people, you know? So, yeah, anyways, I think this price is very much worth it, because you're getting a lot here, and just like the original, he is around 6 feet tall, so yeah, there's that part. But anyways, I know this is a very huge change, and he does look pretty different, so my idea is that the face sculpt might look slightly different just because he's made by a different company now, and also because this might be hearsay, but I heard that Spirit Halloween or New Ray Sun or whoever was in charge of the original's face sculpt lost access to the mold for that. So yeah, they would have to make a new head sculpt for this guy, and so his face does look slightly different just to kind of reflect that. But I added more stitching detailing just to show that he's like been through a lot of stuff, and I made the cloth look a lot more torn, or the burlap on his face and all that stuff. He has a lot more tearing there. It's kind of draping. His overalls are a lot more torn up and a lot dirtier. He has more blood stains and stuff like that. That's one thing I did not want to take out from the original. And if anything, I wanted to enhance that, which might mean that this guy would go online only, because I'm not sure if Spirit Halloween would allow something like this in stores. But, I mean, whatever works. I just want to keep that part of the original, because that was another huge part of his design. But yeah, so this guy has more tearing in his clothing. He looks a lot more worn down. A lot older, you know, which makes sense because, again, this is meant to be a legacy remake, which is showing the passage of time between 2014, when the original came out, and 2033, the 50th anniversary, which this is meant to be for. So yeah, anyways, enough chit-chatting, let's go to the audio right now.
Welcome to my farm. You're just in time for the harvest.
And that is the audio for the legacy remake of Barnyard Butcher. And the audio is pretty much the same as the original, which I want to keep because the original has such great audio, right? I mean, that's another huge part of his character, and what makes Barnyard Butcher, well, who he is. but I wanted to add some stabbing sounds to reflect that whole jump scare that he does with the stabbing knife on. So again, it's pretty much the same as the original, but with that added addition, just to kind of, you know, reflect the fact that he's now a jump scare prop. I think this is a really cool remake. It's very different, but I think it might be beloved by future generations, by newer fans of Spirit, you know? I think a lot of people would catch on to it and really love it for what it is. Sure, he is different, but I think he still has his own place in any given lineup. He still has a lot to him as a concept, and I think it would be a wonderful remake to see in the future. Is it different? Yes, of course it is, but I like it for that. I love the fact that I could keep this character, but still add a new spin on him, because I think he's really reflective of this entire series and what it means to have legacy props. But yeah, anyways, that was the end of episode 3, which was kind of a difficult one to make at first because I figured a lot of people wouldn't like the changes that I made to this character. Barnard Butcher is very beloved. He's been one prop that people have been wanting to see return for many years at this point. But I'm still glad I could make this video and show it to you all to show my concept. Oh, and by the way, here's his box. But I've been talking for way too long. Thank you all so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you all later. Bye-bye.